Looks like we have more new stuff coming from the Chinese server. Don't forget to subscribe. Hello guys, Wilson here. In this video I'm talking about some new information that we just received from the Chinese server. So Nanku, one of the Spanish content creators for Dragonheir, he knows someone that is playing on that test server and he sent him some pictures. So I'm using his pictures. So thank you Nanku for that video. And this new stuff is 6 new mythic artifacts, okay? So we're gonna start having a look at all of those artifacts and see how good they are, and I think they are pretty good. So we're gonna start with the first one. The first one is this one. I think the name is Pump Fontaine or Code of Invention, I'm not sure. By the way, sorry some of the mistranslations, I translate this from Spanish to English, so you're gonna find some misspelling words, okay? So this one will give attack and attack speed, and this artifact will, with the basic attack, will splash, dealing splash damage. So when it says splash damage, it's probably meaning AoE damage, alright? To other targets around the current target. So it's basically AoE damage. I think this one, and it's with attack speed. If we use one of these in a Dauntless hero with a lot of attack speed and a lot of basic attacks, I think they will do a lot of damage, but this will be mostly good for PvE, right? Because Vortex is just a single target, so it's not gonna do an increased damage, but maybe some endgame bosses or some of the PvE content will be pretty good to use this. Next one, we have this one, another mythic. This one gives attack and critical damage percentage. This is the Susum Inurse, I think, or Susumus of the Carrier Devourer, I'm not sure about the name, but this artifact, the user's power ability deals additional true damage, 5% of the target's maximum health, not exceeding 200% of the attack, and if the target health is below 5 to 10%, kill it, okay? So it will kinda execute the target. So this is pretty OP, especially for PvP. Imagine if you are using this, it will work basically like HVTAR. So HVTAR passive, every time the enemy reaches to, I think it's 5% as well, it's automatically executed, alright? So this works basically the same way. When the enemy reaches this percentage of HP, it's instantly executed. So I think this is pretty powerful to PvP and it's true damage. So this will be good for PvE as well, because will act the same way. I'm pretty sure this will not instant kill a boss, for example, like the Grave of Venom boss. I don't think it will work that way, but probably will do more damage when they reach this percentage. And this artifact does true damage, so it's pretty powerful. The next one is this strange insect. So it gives attack and attack percentage, and this one does the user deals damage and places a curse on the enemy that lasts for 5 seconds. So this one places a curse, and their death during the curse will cause an explosion, causing true damage to surrounding enemies, okay? So this one will be pretty good for PvE, especially when we have loads of enemies like Feymander, Pillar of Trial. We have loads of enemies, or even Grave of Venom with all the balls near the boss. This artifact will cause an explosion that will deal true damage, and it's pretty a lot. If you level up this to 20, will be 150%, so that's a lot, and will do this damage to everyone around, okay? For PvP, will be the same way. If you can target one character and kill it, it will do a lot of damage to all the other characters nearby. Next one is this one. So this one is discarded bundle, something like that. So this one gives attack and attack percentage, and the damage dealt by the user's own summons is increased by 20%. Okay, 10 to 20%. So this will be good for summoners. So every summoner will have their summons increase damage by 10 to 20%. It looks okay. It's for summoners, you guys know, they are not that strong. They are getting better. Some improvements they did on some of the characters, so they are a bit better now, but still they are not on the best position comparing with all the other types of damage. Next one, we have the Neon Cape. So this one, it's a salute. This is health and resistance to effect. So it gives resist and health, and when the user successfully resists a negative status, there is a 25 to 50% chance to recover the negative status from the source of the status. The rebound ignores the enemy's target's resistance to the effect. Okay, this one is a bit confused with all of this translation. So basically, when you fully resist any debuff, you recover from that negative status, and then you ignore the enemy's target's resistance. Is that it? So probably this one, if you resist to the negative effect from that enemy, you will gain. You will ignore the enemy's target's resistance. Okay, to that same effect. I'm not sure about this one, so we're gonna skip to the next one. The next one is the Planetarium Atlas. This one gives health and attack percentage. And when the user is under control effect, you will receive 1 to 3 layers of protection, which will last 10 seconds. Sanctuary, upon taking damage, consume 1 cloak to reduce the damage by 70%. So this one is pretty good for tanks, of course, but it gives attack percentage. Some of the tanks, they work with attack percentage. So, and if for PvP or PvE, some of the bosses, this will work as well. But for PvP especially, if you get any control effect, you receive layers of protection, and these layers reduce the damage by 70%, which is a lot. 70% less damage, it's really good and will work really well on PvP. Alright guys, so this is the 6 new artifacts that we just know about the Chinese server. Please keep in mind, this is from the Chinese server, from the test server, so we are not sure if these artifacts will carry over to our server. Okay guys, keep in mind all of that, because all of this information is coming out, but you guys know it's the Chinese server, we have the international server, so some stuff will maybe not carry over to our server. Okay, so keep that in mind, because I don't want anyone to be upset when we go to the season 5 or we reach January and we don't get some of this stuff. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are happy with all this information. I am, because I hope we get all of this new stuff. As always guys, don't forget, press that like and subscribe to my channel if you want to know more content about Dragonheir or other games I'm covering. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.